There's no parking out there, so people might be running just a few minutes late for meditation. They might get
Oh, okay.
a minute or two.
Perfect. All right. Wow. I think we're live now. All right. We're live both in person and online streaming. So welcome. For those of you who are here live, I'm just going to invite you to please go ahead and make sure that any electronic devices you might have are in meditation mode, also known as do not disturb or airplane mode. And I just want to welcome you, those of you who are streaming in online. You have tuned in right now. We are doing our meditation service. Our meditation service is for anybody at any level, from first-time meditators to seasoned meditators. We will meet you wherever you are and allow yourself to just relax. Again, for those of you tuning in online, you're going to want to go ahead, if you're joining us in meditation, to find a place to get comfortable. You might want to close the door, draw blinds, fluff your pillows, whatever that may be. For those of you here, I'll just give you a couple brief guidelines, suggestions, perhaps, that you might find beneficial for meditation. One is that we'll set the intention that we're just going to allow meditation to be the most glorious, deep, rich experience ever. The actuality of meditation is that there is no difficulty. However, those people who are really kind of attuned to efforting and trying and a lot of thinking, it takes a minute sometimes for those thoughts to start to dissipate. And as the beloved Wayne Dyer used to say, if you could imagine in meditation going into the space between the words. In between those words, there's that little space of kind of stillness or nothingness where there's just no thing as a thought or a word or distraction. Some people find that distraction is the foe in meditation. So my remedy for that is that if there are any outer distractions, maybe you might hear some traffic outside or some kids playing or something like that. Or there might be inner distraction where I start thinking like, oh, what am I going to have for lunch later today? What am I going to do tonight? Et cetera, et cetera. We're just going to say and set our intention to not be distracted. When you set the intention to not be distracted, your energy body will follow suit. And should a wandering thought show up during meditation, we don't make it bad or wrong. We just bring ourselves back into the stillness. This is a stillness meditation. What is a stillness meditation? For those of you who are savvy, you already know. But it just means that we're going to center. The centering is what takes us to that place where we can just be still. We'll center, that'll be guided to bring us into that vibration. Then we'll stay in the stillness, which means we're just going to have no thoughts, no words, no thinking, no figuring, and then we'll come out in a wave of prayer. As opposed to some other forms of meditation, whether it be mantra, whether it be activation or inquiry or visioning, whether it be movement. There's a lot of different forms of meditation. However, all meditation is communion with your soul, is communion with spirit. It's returning to the beginning. It's kind of like when you were a little infant and you just kind of went like this before you had vocabulary. It's kind of being in that really blissful state. So we're kind of returning to that, returning to the beginning, and everybody can do it. So my other guideline is just to relax. That's ultimately what we're doing, is just relaxing. If you hear every word I say as we're being guided through the centering, great. If you move out into a different dimension, that's okay too. And if you fall asleep, that's even okay. Whatever works for you, we're just going to relax. Another guideline, and this will be pretty much it before we dive in, is that, all of us, some of us are aware that there are channels and meridians throughout your physical, emotional, and mental bodies. That's just the way the energy, if you looked at the channels and meridians of your physical body, it's how all of the nutrients in your body get dispersed through your bloodstream, through breathing in oxygen, how it all gets dispersed through those channels and meridians. So we're going to allow all the channels, meridians, not only of the physical, but the emotional and the mental body to be fully open. And all that requires is just basically saying yes to that. And that's it for the intro. We're going to go ahead and begin. And for those of you who choose to do this as an open-eyed meditation, which you are welcome to do, if you keep your eyes open, find one place to just focus your eyes on and don't let them wander. If your eyes wander, your mind will wander. Otherwise, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and close the outer eyes as we open the inner eye and we begin. And as always, I like to begin by first giving ourselves permission to relax. Just saying to ourselves and our minds, I give myself permission to relax. As we invite, as we evoke, and as we allow the divine energies of peace and love, wellness and goodness, beauty and grace to wash over us and to rise up from within us, knowing that we have no place to go, we have nothing to do except completely surrender into the deepest states of relaxation, rejuvenation, and revelation. And so without changing anything, but just becoming aware of your breath and your breathing, the inhalation, the exhalation, feel it as it travels either through your nose or your mouth. That soft caress of air as it comes in, as it goes out, and solely through intention, just choosing, no efforting, intend to allow your breath to become fuller and deeper, fresher and wider. Imagine for a moment that your crown at the top of your head is wide open, like the dome of an observatory. It is wide open to gaze at the cosmos. And as we open our crowns, imagine you can feel the light of the divine shining down upon you like a beautiful spotlight, a waterfall of cascading light, snowflakes of light wafting down from the heavens. And as you feel your breath, I invite you to imagine that you are now breathing through your crown. You're inhaling the energy and the light in through your crown and down into your heart. Exhaling, feeling it rise from your heart and releasing from your crown. Imagine that vapor of light cycling as it comes in on the inhalation and releases on the exhalation. No efforting, no trying, just observing and relaxing. And as that energy begins to fill your heart, you begin to notice it is fanning the internal, eternal flame. And it begins to grow and expand like a beautiful starburst in your heart center that is beginning to radiate from the inside out as the energy of the infinite washes over us from the outside in. Each breath is soothing and softening, strengthening and expanding as a contagion of relaxation begins to flow through the body. You can feel the light, both as luminosity and weightlessness, beginning to overflow your heart and tingle and travel down like waves of glittering light down through your belly and hips. Waves of light flooding through your legs into your feet. And as your toes tingle with light, you can feel the energy rising. A contagion of relaxation in your heels and ankles. This energy not only relaxes but rejuvenates as it rises up in your calves and shins, into your knees. Wellness is flourishing in your thighs and hamstrings. Rejuvenation is recalibrating as it rises into your hips. You can feel your root fully open, fully awakened, rebalancing as divine strength, fearlessness begins to expand. A sense of purity rising into your lower belly and lower back. As balance and harmony return homeostasis to all the organs, muscles, bones, and tissues. You can feel it in your midsection, rising up your spine into your middle back. As ease and effortlessness continue to rise as you bring your awareness back to your heart. You can feel the soft sense of beauty, peace, and love stretching your heart even more. And that energy of relaxation and rejuvenation in all the organs and tissues is rising into the shoulders. As freedom and spaciousness dissolve any density, evaporate any heaviness, and begin to cascade down through your upper arms, through your elbows, into your forearms, your hands and fingers. That energy continues to rise into the back of your neck, the sides and throat center, as an elegant, brilliant energy. Self-love begins to overwhelm you. And you can feel a tingle of joy in your cheeks and jawbone. Your entire physical body, from your toes to your crown, is continuing to illuminate as the breath continues to expand. You can feel our emotional body returning to its natural, neutral state of compassion, peace, love, and understanding. Divine strength begins to fortify the emotions as the mental body floods with clarity, stillness rippling throughout the entire mental body. And we begin to feel the surface mind merging with the higher mind. All distractions, all thoughts, all words evaporating. And we begin to feel the energy moving from the mental body into the bliss body, where we feel the energy of the infinite eternal, the energy, the peace, the eternality of the soul, of the universal presence of bliss, of God. And it is here that we allow ourselves to be still and know that I am. And should any thoughts arise, just bring your awareness back to the breath of light, the inhalation coming into your heart, the exhalation releasing from your crown. As we relax, rejuvenate, and rest in the stillness. And I invite you to bring your awareness back to your breathing. That inhalation coming in from the infinite eternal, the light, into your heart. And exhaling, feeling it reverberate with the eternal magnificence of oneness. I'm going to invite you to imagine for a moment that you can see yourself standing. Standing with your arms outstretched and your feet bare on a beautiful earth. I invite you to become aware of your energy body and your physical body as one. And at the bottom of your energy field, about 1 meter, 4, maybe 5 feet beneath the bottoms of your feet, there's an energy center that belongs to you, that we call our 10th chakra or our earth star. Well, we ground heaven on earth. We ground the eternal. On your next breath, I invite you to imagine that inhalation coming in through your crown, through your heart, down to the bottom of your energy field. And as you exhale, it'll rise from your earth star up through your central core body, up and back through your crown. We call this the holy breath, the full breath. Inhaling the light of the eternal, the energy of the soul, all the way down to your earth star. Exhaling, releasing it from your crown, and feeling as the breath simply cycles. All good. We take a moment in deep gratitude, knowing that there is no difficulty in the divine, the universe, that which we call God, the One, the Creator, Jehovah, Yahweh, Allah, Elohim. However we know the infinite, of all good, all love, we know that it is bliss, joy, beauty, peace, love beyond our wildest dreams, and it is intelligent. It is a loving intelligence that powerfully choreographs and is back of all life. And it only operates from goodness, it only operates from bliss, it only operates from giving and lavishing and loving, never withholding, never judging, never punishing, only praising and raising. And when we commune in spirit with the energy of our true beingness, our soul, and remember the truth of who we truly are, we remember the truth of the dynamics of creation. And as we bring the eternal into our bodies' emotions, we anchor the effervescence of the all-good as our own personal experience. And there's no difficulty to illuminate stars or orbit planets. There's no difficulty in any aspect of life in the eternal. We anchor the eternal here, and it is with deep thanksgiving, knowing that every single one of us has everything we need to thrive. I'm grateful to know that just by relaxing and opening to the light of the Creator, that ease ripples out into all areas of every dimension of our beingness. We simply agree as we invite it, evoke it, to allow it to be. And we agree to do so simply by saying, "And so it is." Amen. And as we come back into a lucid state of divine awareness, opening the outer eyes. For those of you online, we're going to cut the live feed for a couple minutes. We're going to come back at 10:30 Pacific time and reboot the live feed for our music and our message. For those of you here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take a break. We're going to have the musicians come in. The rest of those who are waiting outside come in. If you want to use the restroom, if you want to stretch,